During mealtime, a new recruit was shocked when he saw the dish called intestines. It looked strangely familiar. He thought back carefully. Wasn't this the same piece of intestine that had been blown out of the sergeant's body during training yesterday? The explosion had happened right in front of him. A piece of intestine had even landed on his foot. He had mistaken it for the sergeant's, and the experience had traumatized him. Ever since then, he felt sick just looking at intestines. Realizing this, the recruit jumped up and pushed his bowl away. With tears in his eyes, he shouted, "Take it away. This is the sergeant's intestine." Everyone froze. Even the instructor looked confused. "What do you mean, the sergeant's intestine?" By now, the recruit was so nauseous he couldn't speak. His comrades had to explain for him. Yesterday, the sergeant's intestines got blown out. As soon as they said this, the soldiers who had been eating happily just moments ago started feeling sick. But to their surprise, the instructor just laughed. He picked up the dish and started eating, stuffing the intestines into his mouth like it was nothing. Watching him take big bites, the recruit's face twisted in disgust. Then, under the instructor's lead, the other soldiers hesitated but followed suit, eating the dish as well. When the instructor ordered everyone to finish their food, the recruit couldn't take it anymore. He covered his mouth and ran outside to vomit. That night, he had nightmares about the incident and woke up in a panic. Realizing it was just a dream, he lay back down, ready to sleep again. But then, he heard footsteps outside, many of them. Afraid that it was another trick from the instructor, he quickly got out of bed and crept toward the door. His bunkmate woke up from the noise and asked what he was doing. When the recruit explained his fear of a late-night ambush, his bunkmate agreed it was possible. So, they both stayed on high alert. Sure enough, after a while, someone entered the room. Not wanting to fall for the instructor's tricks again, the recruits decided to strike first. Before the person could even speak, they threw a blanket over him and called for the others. Remembering all the suffering from their harsh training, everyone used all their strength. Some even grabbed benches, determined not to let the intruder escape, no matter how much he begged for mercy. Luckily, the lights turned on just in time. Only then did they realize it was the sergeant. He had only come for a routine inspection but ended up getting beaten. The recruits laughed awkwardly, trying to play it off. But the sergeant stayed serious and coldly ordered, "Each of you 8 kilometers with full gear." This time, no one was laughing.